Tiara, I do want to ask you this because this I can kind of understand his point very clearly when he's saying that, you know, he doesn't really want to work with women by themselves anymore. So should men publicly say that they won't work with women because they're because of fear? Because now you're getting into a whole other can of worms where people say, well, now he's just being biased and sexist. You know, what is he to do with this?
Well, I think it's important. I think men should have been doing this. And not to put his business out there, but right, there's a lot of prominent men that I've worked with that from the gate, when I'm working or having a meeting with Morris Chestnut, there's an assistant in the room. Like, he don't play those games. Dr. Boyce, a lot of times, like, he will use me as a buffer between myself and another person, because the real situation is this, y'all. Women target men with resources, right? It's a real thing, especially, like I said, for me, I think that a lot of what I've observed is that women come out here to Hollywood, and I'll just use my personal experience. They come out here to be actresses, singers, artists. They are trained actresses to cry on cue. They are very believable. And I'm not saying all of them do it, but they can drudge up tears and make and give you a monologue, the Oscar worthy monologue. You'd be like, damn. And you find out it was all fake. Or you're at least like, why would a woman do that? Why would she make it up? Because she wants money. That's why. And I think, not to be a woman's advocate, or sorry, a man's advocate, but I do think it unfortunately, uh there is none, right? We automatically believe what the woman says. And I don't think that's always the right thing to do. I don't know, because women are a bit convincing. We don't know the real from the fake. Like, there are women who have absolutely been harmed. And I am sending my love and light to those women. But there are women that be like, oh, I was in a room with him before too. I'm about to
Yeah.
sue. Like, it just happened. So I think it's important. I think it makes sense for a man, especially if you have resources, not to be in a room with a woman one on one by yourself. I think that's smart. I think that's
I,
good
I think
business.
that's good business practice.